Hello everyone, today I'm going to discuss the 22nd question of my web development practical video series. Let's go to my question list here. You can see under day 4, here's the question number 3. This is also going to be the 22nd question in the question list. We discussed the question 2 and I have to remind you we are continuing a question started from question 1 here, which is the question 20, and today we will be discussing a question related to that same question set. Okay, let's go to the question number 3. Here is the question. Now I'm going to discuss the question first, and now I'm going to read the question first, and after that we can discuss the functionality of the web page and after the code. You have to create sign out process in this section for the website. In this case, add sign out button to your home page in the website. When you click sign out button, first open confirmation alert with do you want to continue message, OK and cancel buttons. Okay, here is the message we should show when someone click on the sign out button, and after that if the client click the OK button, he should log out button should log out client from the website and redirected to the index page. If the client tries to access other pages after logout, it should be prevented. Okay, this is the process we have to complete in this part. Now I'm going to show you my web page, and here you can see this is the web page we created in question 20. When we are proceeding, we completed the signing part. We completed the sign up part and also the signing part. In the last video I talk about the signing part, and now I'm going to use that sign in page and log into the system. Okay, here this is the web database we use to store the details of the users, and I'm going to use one of that credentials to log in here. Okay, this is the password. You can see this page is also validated. I discussed that validation part in the previous video, and let's click on the OK button, and you can see we logged in successfully. Now this is the home page. You can see our name is showing here, and this is the sign out button I created. And when I click on this sign out button, there should be a alert. And now I'm going to click on the sign out button. You can see there's an alert. Do you really want to log out? And when I click on the OK button, I should be redirected back. I should be log out and redirected back to the login page. And if I press the cancel button, you can see I'm remaining on the home page, and the logout process is terminated. Now I'm going to press on the OK button, and let's see. You can see I was redirected back to the home page, the index page, and after that I can again log in with the credentials. Okay, you can see let me open the VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and open my files. And if I try to access this home.php file, you can see in the URL we are in the login.php file, and now I'm going to change this one to home.php file. Okay, home. Now when I click on the press the enter button, I should be redirected back to the home page. But in this case, you can remember in the question they specifically told us when someone sign out from the system. Now we are signed out, we can't access that home page anymore. Now you can see when I press the OK button, you can there's a error message, you are not logged in. So you can see we are in the home page, but the design is not showing to us. And when I click on the OK button, I will be redirected back to the sign-in page. Okay, that's the whole process. I think I covered all the parts in the question. Let me show you the question again. Here's the question. You can see we created that button, and after that, when someone click on that button, there will be an alert with OK and cancel buttons. And after that, when I click on the OK button, I was logged out and sign out from the home page and redirected to the index page. And after that, I tried to access the home page as a logout user, but I was prevented accessing that file. Okay, now I'm going to discuss about the code. Let's go to the home page. Now I'm not going to discuss the login process or the sign up process. I talk about those processes in my previous videos. So if you want to see that the explanation, you have to watch them first. And I'm going to discuss the sign out button in the home page. You can see there's a sign out button, and in this sign out button there's a attribute called on click, and when someone click on this attribute, it will trigger this JavaScript function go to logout. Let's go to the JavaScript file and see what this go to logout function do. You can see in the first one, it will pop up a confirmation dialog box. Do you really want to log out? That's the function which will pop up when we click on the sign in or sign out button. There's only one button, sign out button. When I click on that button, this message box showed up, and here you can see I assigned the value of this pop-up to a different variable. It's because when I click on the OK button, it will output a boolean value called true, and if I click the cancel button, it will output the value false, and those values will be stored in this variable as text. Those values will be stored as boolean values, and after that I check that boolean value. I checked whether the UR value is equal to true. That means I check whether the user choose the OK button. If we choose the OK button, we have to sign out that user and redirect it to the index page. If we press the cancel button, we don't have to do anything and close the pop-up box. Here I check whether it's equal to true, and I told you if that pop-up box outputted the boolean value true, that means the user chose to sign out and he pressed the OK button. So if he pressed the OK button, this part will execute. You can see it's also like the go to sign up function. This will change the user's location to logout.php file, or he will be redirected to the logout page. Now let's go to the logout page, and you can see in the first part I started the session. You know why we use the session variable. I explained a lot about this sessions in my previous two videos. In this one I'm not going to talk about it very much, but in this case I use the session start function. As in a nutshell, we use the session method to identify a logged in user. So when this part execute, it will identify this user, whether this user is a logged in user or not. And after that, here's another function like the session start. This is session destroy, and when this part execute, I started the session, and after in the next line it will immediately destroy that session. So if there's any session space created by the server computer to that user, that's a session space of that specific user who's trying to access this file will be destroyed. So his details we use to identify this user as a logged-in user will be destroyed. That means he can't access the web pages as a logged-in user. So after that, here I again connected my JavaScript file and executed this function. Let's go back to the JavaScript file and see what's that function do. Go to index. So here you can see in the top of this file there's the function go to index, and like go to sign out function, it will change the user's location to index e4q3 answer.php. That's the index page, and he will be redirected to that index page to this page. You can see this is the index page or the landing page. So that's the whole process of the web page. And you can see in other files like home page, every time it will check the user's validity by starting the session again, and you can see the logout user don't have a session. So if he access this home page, he can't see these pages, because you can see the if condition. If we don't have a variable stored in his session called user, he will be redirected back to the login page. He can't show these parts. That's how the web application preventing the user from accessing the main pages. And I think that's it for this video. We completed the question number, and also it's the question 22. Let's see you in a next video. Thank you very much for watching.